celebrating the second annual now. Talk about the event coming up this weekend.
We are so excited. So we have the Oyster Roast from 11 to 3 here at Boardwalk Billy's. We've got live music out here. If you were here last year, it's going to be a little different in how we laid it out. The entire front is going to be where all the oysters are. We've got more oysters. We've got more barbecue. We've got more of everything that we're going to have out front. So we're taking over the entire parking lot. Plus we'll have the pavilion, all the outdoor seating. It's going to be fabulous. It's really going to be just a great event. We have live music. We're a disc jockey out here, and we have live music out there. So there's, wherever you are, you're going to hear music. It's going to be fun, great vibe, lots of good community spirit. And we're going to be recycling the oyster shells again, so it's going to be a great cause all around.
That is very important, you know. And talk about the excitement of having this event again and just what it does for the community.
Yes. You know, our organization as a local chamber and tourism organization is responsible for helping promote North Myrtle Beach to our residents and to visitors. Most of the money that we get is for out of area spending to attract visitors to come spend their time and money here. And so this event actually helps us raise money for business promotion. So we use these dollars locally. So it's really great that we're infusing the economy with the outcome of this. And then we've turned it into a cause. It's an event that we recycle the oyster shells. We're helping the water quality. We're helping our marshes. We're helping start a movement of recycling our oyster shells in our community, and that's important too, working with our restaurants and the Department of Natural Resources, and it's just becoming this groundswell. And so it's so exciting to be doing this the second year.
Absolutely. And you know, when you think about recycling, you think about like bottles and cans and whatnot, but the oyster shells too is such a huge thing, especially for our area on the coast, to come out and enjoy some oysters, live music, and make it a day.
That's right, yeah, and this weekend it's going to warm up and it's going to be great. Even this cold morning, we still have this nice fire here on the outside. This outdoor deck is like the most amazing ever, and especially the tree. It's like my favorite tree. But talk about the event, and you've got a bunch of goodies here this morning.
So the event, and I know you can't span over here, but this is like the outdoor pavilion, and we've got all the seating up here, and live music, and a DJ, and just lots of festival vibe, and everything is great. We've got some wonderful merchandise. We brought you a sweatshirt. This has got our logo here for the event, but also a new design for the event this year. And this is
it's so beautiful.
The artist Fin First. They do the graphic shirts and stuff, so it's really great. And then we've got,
First is amazing.
When people come, they can get a kit. It's got gloves and a little shucker and a koozie, so that they can get this to help enjoy their oyster shucking. And then we have these buckets. People are like, buckets? It's like, these are so awesome. They've got the design here. Wow. But look at this. It's a bucket where you can, like...
That's a really nice bucket.
And so the sponsors are here, and then we've got the bucket. It's just really great. So
oh my gosh.
You can use this. We'll have some other things there as well. We've got T-shirts and stuff. So there's a silent auction. There's just a lot of different ways to get involved and help support the community and really enjoy the oyster roast.
I love it. Well, it's such a neat event, bringing people together. And then talk about the importance of, like recycling oysters. Yes. We talked about that. That's important for our habitat here at the coast. So if you come on out, you get to enjoy the oysters, and you know that the shells are going to be recycled, which is good for the environment. So it's a win-win.
That's right. It does help the environment because all the oyster shells will be recycled, which is so huge for our area. And this morning, super exciting because we are having some oysters.
That's right.
And you're showing us the ropes, especially for people who maybe have never tried this before.
Right, yeah. So, it's kind of early, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we can have our oysters now, but, you'd be amazed how many people haven't had oysters or don't know how to do them. So I like to dress them up all the way. And I'll start with our saltine. Well, got it shucked a little bit there. Those are already popped. That's the best way to get them.
Right up.
I like to get mine kind of right near mid where they're just popping.
Yes.
That way the oyster's still nice and juicy like you see there. And you want to kind of shimmy it off the back a little bit there. There's a little tendon, and that kind of loosens it up for you. So it'll come right off. Yep. Okay. You've done this before, it looks like. And then I like to go right on the cracker with it. You got yours.
Okay.
And then, there's no particular order that you got to do them. As long as it all gets on there, I say it's good. So I like to start with the lemon. So I get it right on my oyster. and then we're gonna get the camera guy to eat one of these. I know.
Yes, yes, it'll be his first ever.
gonna be
That's
there,
exciting. People can check
we'll show you
social
the right way
media
to
for
do
that.
it. And I like to put the cocktail. That's a homemade cocktail we have here. We'll have that available that day as well. In that cocktail, like it's already got horseradish, but I like to add a little bit more to mine.
Oh yeah, gotta
Let's see,
throw
this
some
time of
extra
year kind of helps
horseradish.
clear you up a little bit.
Right? I mean, I literally
Right?
sometimes find food that I can eat horseradish with just to clear out my
It's
sinuses.
great, yeah. So I mean, that and like wasabi's a great one. People realize with our
do that
sushi
too, yes.
wasabi is very good. It'll help clear you up and see how you're doing.
Well, wasabi is just horseradish.
Yep.
So.
And then of course you got the hot sauce. I'm a big fan of that too. I'm
like
a Texas
it.
Pete guy, but whatever you like there, no
Yes,
plug.
me too. Cheers.
And then we cheers.
All right.
The breakfast of champions.
That's right, and come out this weekend to get a whole bunch. Yes, and look at how delicious they were. They are gone.
That's right.
But the oyster shells remain, and that is what this is actually a big part of what this is about, is getting the awareness out there about recycling oyster shells. And you guys will be recycling all these shells.
Right. So we're going to recycle the shells. So we'll have a big bin from the Department of Natural Resources that during the day we'll be using these and putting the oyster shells there. They quarantine them, and then we will be planting them in one of our areas that they'll select on a marsh here, probably somewhere near Wadey's Island, the Point area off of Little River Neck Road. Somewhere back in there is likely where they'll pick it. But these shells become like little condominiums, and they move in, and they will attract over 120 species, not just the oysters, but other species that will rely on this new reef that we'll be planting in our marsh, and they'll filter water. They'll help with the grasses and just the whole ecosystem in our marsh, and it's awesome. Today we've got places where people can take their oyster shells. If you're eating them at home, you can take your oyster shells to a place on Sea Mountain Highway, and there's a drop-off point to recycle. But right now, those oyster shells are all going to Charleston, and so we're working locally with the Department of Natural Resources, the City of North Myrtle Beach, our organization, and others, try to keep that recycling going up and keeping them here.
Wait, they're going to Charleston?
Right?
Darn it! You know what? We want these little communities.
That's right.
Condominiums to stay here. But it is so important. It's all our South Carolina coast. It's all the coast. We want all the water to be filtered. And recycling oyster shells is one of the things that does that. So good for the environment. And so good for your belly. Best breakfast ever.
Thank you, Amanda. The second annual Oyster Roast for the Coast is this Saturday from 11 to 3 at Boardwalk Billy's in North Myrtle Beach.